What's up everybody and welcome to another edition of AGR'S Pop Culture Reviews. Let me kind of preface this review by saying that Psylocke has always been one of my favorite X-Men. Growing up in the 80s, I mean think about it, you have a ninja essentially with psychic abilities and a Psyblade, that's freaking awesome. So it was really disappointing when we finally saw the film adaptation of this character on screen. And come on guys, let's be real, it was awful. No offense to Olivia Munn, she's incredibly talented. I just missed meeting her at one of the Comic-Cons one time, but she does seem like a pretty cool person and I loved her on Attack of the Show. And just like most film adaptations, it's just a fundamental misunderstanding of the character, not to mention the fact that she kinda just stood around and poses the whole movie. And don't even get me started on her costume. Guys, I've seen better cosplay at the Comic-Cons and Jesus, that looked horrible. Hey, you never know, maybe she might pull a Ryan Reynolds and bring this character back and she might do it justice. Who knows? In any event, we got something really cool that we're going to review today. So today we're going to be reviewing Diamond Select Toys' rendition of the Psylocke statue from the X-Men. Let's take a closer look. Now out of the box, this statue is absolutely breathtaking. Just its overall freaking presence is amazing. The head sculpt here is fantastic. I love the color shade here. It's a little bit darker than we normally see in this character, but it works very well with the statue. I love the countenance in the face. There's a very stern look there, not to mention the eyes are done very well, and from what I can tell, not too many QC issues and the paint was applied very well. Obviously what drives your eyes is the hair sculpt here. Not only is it incredibly dynamic, but it has this wonderful palette of color. I love the overall shade of purple with the black accents. It looks really good. And obviously this is more of a comic book rendition and very similar to what we see in the comics. This exquisite attention to detail extends to her lower to midsection, which looks absolutely breathtaking, guys. Not only did they get the musculature right, but also they really got the costume perfect. I love the shades here, really gives it a sense of three-dimension. Something that they did really well is the lighter colors of blue, so it really stands out. Not to mention that they did an excellent job on the sculpt of the actual sash on her waist. It really looks well offset against that darker blue color in that nice crimson red. Overall, it's a really great sculpt, especially where her abs are. Now, one of the things that really defines Psylocke as a character is her mental ability, her psychic ability. So the Psyblade here is very important that they get right, and they did an amazing job here. Now, a lot of statues have parts that are translucent, but in my opinion, this is higher quality than most other statues, mostly because it looks a lot more organic. If you take a really good look, you can actually see her fist or hand through those translucent parts, and it just looks incredible. Now there are a lot of things to like about this piece, but one of the most important things are definitely her legs. Not only is the musculature perfect, but they're not over exaggerated. They look like an actual human being's musculature. Now here's the cool thing about it, guys. I mean, there's a lot of fan service here. I didn't want to move the statue around too much, but just take a look at this. The straps look fantastic, especially where they meet the actual skin and flesh tones. They did some really great shading. I also like the finish, and something that I didn't mention before, it is a little bit more of a matte finish, which makes it look more organic. So here we go, guys. If you weren't completely sold on the actual Psylocke statue itself, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, this is definitely a reason to buy this piece. Just take a look at the accents that can be found throughout this statue, which are absolutely stunning, guys. Those fire effects look great. They're done in the same translucent style as the actual Psyblade. Not to mention, they have flaming arrows. Now I remember when I first saw this effect on the Sideshow Collectibles premium format statue of the Wolverine. I didn't actually like the arrows at first until I put them on, and they look great, guys. This is one of the things that really puts this piece over for me, and it's pretty remarkable how detailed this is for the price point. Ultimately though, if all of that stuff didn't convince you, one of the things that I absolutely love about this piece, and it's a must-own for me because of it, is definitely the base. Look at that, guys. Look at how unique this is, stylistically speaking. That pagoda looks freaking great. The rooftop is just awesome. The effects here are pretty impressive, not to mention that they're using different textures. I love how there are cracks in the clay that expose the wooden beams. Not to mention, look at the tiles, guys. I mean, they did it in such a way so it actually looks like it's ceramic. And then you have the wooden parts that not only look like real wood, but are incredibly ornate. And they managed to do all of this in a very small footprint. Now the other cool thing about owning this piece is that you also get a certificate of authenticity, and it's actually pretty cool. It does read Marvel Premium Collection, and it also says Diamond Select Toys. Very big, bold Psylocke resin statue, and it also gives the number of your piece. I have a very low number, which is number 60 out of 3,000, which is awesome. And if you can display this alongside this piece, it just complements it very well. So this is kind of interesting because there is a huge run of these statues, but they are becoming a little bit more scarce, and I'm already seeing them go up in value. So I will categorize this as a holy grail piece just because of everything that you get at this price point. So guys, if you want this, you need to jump on this now, because once it gets on eBay in the secondary market, forget it, you're going to be paying double and triple the price for this statue. Now before I go, I just want to thank the folks over at GameStop and Diamond Select Toys for sending this wonderful piece over for review. Alright everybody, so that's my official review on a Diamond Select Toys rendition of the Psylocke statue from the X-Men. As always, I thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next AGR's Pop Culture Reviews.